In 1967, the Beach Boys were in the middle of a psychedelic pop revolution, crafting one of the most ambitious albums ever created, Smile. But along the spiritual harmonies and surreal concepts, there was a song that stood out, a song called Vegetables. This is the strange and hilarious Beach Boys story on how they created the Smiley Smile version of Vegetables. Smile, inspired by everything from American history to mysticism, the album was meant to be a teenage symphony to God. In the middle of that version, Brian wrote a song about, yes, eating your vegetables. The idea was whimsical and satirical. Brian saw this as a way to poke fun at some of the fads that were going around with health foods and all the sponsors and all that stuff, all the commercials and everything like that went into that, while also celebrating the joys of life. Brian was going down a road of health and being obsessed with certain things that they did. Like, he actually made some of the Beach Boys eat healthier and actually exercise and everything like that because he was actually obsessed with that at that time. So he once said that he was inspired by that obsession to create this song. Originally, Vegetables was supposed to be part of Smile's Earth element in the 4-part elemental suit. The song was meant to represent grounding, simplicity, and humor. The recording sessions for Smile were getting intense and unpredictable. For Vegetables, Brian actually brought in all kinds of different sound effects, such as carrot chopping or water splashes. Famously, Paul McCartney actually came to the studio, part of one of the Smile sessions, and was actually reported to be chomping at celery in one of the recordings of the original Vegetables track. The song featured beautiful harmonies, but also had a sense of humor within those harmonies. The song featured beautiful harmonies, but also a sense of parody, a childlike innocence wrapped up with complex musical ideas. But as Smile began to fall apart with band members not getting along with the process of the Smile sessions, and also Capitol Records being on Brian's back so heavily, Vegetables would be left in the soul, but only temporarily. After Smile was shelved, Brian actually went back to his home in Bel Air. And this is where Smiley Smile was born. A stripped down homemade record in Brian's living room. Instead of massive orchestras and complex arrangements, Brian used instruments like an organ, bass, and very close harmonies. It was quirky, haunting, and unique. When it came time to revisit Vegetables, Brian and the rest of the band had to actually re-record the entire song from scratch, giving it a more playful but yet stoned out feel. Gone were the lush orchestrations, replaced by giggles, echoey reverb, and casual harmonies. It just felt like a group of friends gathered together in a living room just messing around. Because that's exactly what it was. The Smiley Smile version of Vegetables was made in Brian Wilson's living room. The Smiley Smile version of Vegetables was recorded in Brian's home studio called The Sandbox, because he literally had a sandbox with a piano in the sandbox while he recorded. Mike Love leads the verses, singing with a sense of dry humor, while the rest of the band adds harmonies and occasional spoken word like sleep a lot and eat a lot. The song includes organic sound effects, minimal instrumentation, and a sense of eerie stillness that would define the most and majority of the rest of the Smiley Smile album. There's even a spoken segment of Carl Wilson actually reciting the health benefits of vegetables. It's funny, it's surreal, and it's oddly sincere. The whole track just feels like a parody of health, wrapped up in psychedelic charm. To some listeners, Vegetables is just a throwaway joke of a song. But to the fans of the Smile era and Smiley Smile, it's just a snapshot of Brian's genius. Taking something completely mundane and turning it into a musical experiment. It reflects the contrast of Smile's ambition and Smiley Smile's intimacy. It shows how the Beach Boys, under stress, still leaned into creativity, humor, and harmonies. It's not just a song about eating peas and carrots. It's about letting go and just laughing a little bit and finding joy in simplicity during chaos. Today, Vegetables remains one of the quirkiest tracks in the Beach Boys' entire catalog. Whether you love it, you laugh at it, or you just don't get it at all. But behind the crunching sound effects and the dry delivery is a deeper story of a band just trying to keep it together, a genius trying to find the peace in the everyday, and the weird but wonderful power of pop music. Thank you guys for watching, and I really hope you enjoy the video. Hey, become a member of this channel and subscribe, like the video, share it, and I will see y'all in the very next one. Peace.